music as a kid because my parents had the radio on all the time, continuously, and I guess they had music programs on. They had light music, so I heard a lot of light music as a kid, like pop music of the time. And there was a very famous program in the late 40s, early 50s on the BBC called Housewife's Choice. So Housewife's Choice, you know, housewives apparently would write to the DJ and say, this is my favorite song, will you play this? So I was very unconsciously aware of popular music, pop music, before it was pop music. And I must have heard some kind of light classics. And the only memory of classical music that I have as a kid before I became consciously interested in music was there must have been one of these programs, these request programs, must have played a piece by Chopin or something. So there would have been, you know, Chopin Nocturne No. 3 in E flat, right? Bemol. And I thought that's really very strange. You know, why would this piece of music be called flat when I was living in a flat, in an apartment? So that's the only kind of connection with classical music. So basically, if you ask me what my music is like, I would say it's Michael Nyman music. But if you say, okay, yeah, what does that mean? You know, how do you position yourself in relation to the other musical sounds that are being produced by composers? Then I'd say, okay, broadly speaking, minimalism. But the wonderful thing about my music in particular, or minimalism in general, is that it can relate to a lot of other musics and can contain other music. And I'm not saying this just because I'm talking to you. You know, every time I come to Istanbul, I think, yeah, there could be an interesting exchange between Mexico City and Istanbul. I think there are a lot of common features, both to do with, you know, the way people are, the way the buildings are, the way culture expresses itself, the way that, you know, Istanbul is very Turkish but also international. Mexico City is very Mexican but also international. But on the other hand, I know every time, you know, there are some cities, there are some towns where I go and I give a concert, whereas I know that I will always, you know, every time I'm invited to come back to Istanbul, I will come, yeah? So to the people who are not coming tonight, I'd say, you know, pity you missed it, but on the other hand, since I know I'll be back, try harder next time.